Hello, and welcome to our presentation on Growing Up Mobile. How do today's pre-service teachers feel about integrating mobile phones in their classrooms? Our agenda is to introduce the presenters, introduce our topic, discuss the methodology, literature review, results, and implications. I am Dr. Beth Carter, and I have two roles at Methodist University in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs, and I oversee our evening, military, and online programs. And I am an Associate Professor in the Education Department and teach both undergraduate and graduate courses. I enjoy helping our pre-service teachers prepare for successful teaching careers.
Hello, my name is Kevin Thomas, and I am an associate professor in the School of Education at Bellarmine University in Louisville, Kentucky. My specialization is instructional technology, and I teach courses in our initial CERT program, both undergraduate and our Master's of Arts in Teaching, and I teach a variety of courses in our MAED program as well.
The purpose of this study was to examine pre-service teachers' perceptions from 3 teacher preparation programs at Bellarmine University and Asbury University in Kentucky and Methodist University in North Carolina. The study examined the perceptions of pre-service teachers to determine their level of support for the use of mobile phones in the classroom and the impact of both the age of the participants and school policies on the participants' perspectives on mobile phone integration. We had 5 research questions. Do pre-service teachers support the use of phones in the classroom? Would pre-service teachers use mobile phones for school-related work? Would pre-service teachers allow their students to use cell phones for school-related work? Do pre-service teachers think that cell phones could or do support students' learning? And what features do pre-service teachers think are useful for school-related work? As far as the participants, we had 183 provide some level of participation. 158 completed the study. The participants were distributed between the states of Kentucky, North Carolina, and other states. We had 126 from Kentucky, 41 from North Carolina, and 16 from other states. The 16 located in other states were students enrolled in an online degree program, and most of them lived in a bordering state such as Indiana and Ohio. Of the 158 participants who completed the survey, 122 were female and 36 were male. 126 were Caucasian, 12 were African Americans, 6 were Latino Hispanics, 5 were more than one race, 4 were Asian, 1 was American Indian or Alaskan Native, and 4 identified as other. 97 of the participants were between the ages of 18 and 21, and 129 were actually under the age of 30. The mean age was 24.
As indicated by Robler, educators have long recognized the instructional benefits of technology. However, reaping these benefits is dependent on teachers and how they integrate the technologies into their classroom. Mobile technologies provide teachers with a vast array of benefits also. But as we know, there are some inherent characteristics with mobile technologies, like mobile phones, that have historically made it difficult for teachers to manage their appropriate use, and despite all of these benefits, create barriers to their integration into the classroom. As Traxler points out, the primary instructional benefit of mobile devices is their ability to engage students in meaningful learning opportunities from anywhere. This is really at the heart of what we mean when we say M-learning, anywhere, anytime learning of anything. Mobile devices also supports scaffolding, collaboration, increased engagement, motivation, and self-directed learning. For this presentation, I will address only the highlights of our results. More detailed information can be found in our paper. The first question we asked the pre-service teachers was, do you support the use of mobile phones in the classroom? Results indicated that more than 1/2 of the participants supported the use of mobile phones in the classroom. Less than 1/4 did not support their use. The other 25% were neutral. For the purpose of testing whether the participant's age correlated with the participant's response to the first question, a Pearson correlation coefficient was calculated. The results of the Pearson correlation coefficient did not reveal a statistically significant relationship between age and perception. However, it did reveal a slight correlation between the two. Older candidates tended to disagree more than younger candidates. Participants were given an opportunity to also provide open-ended responses on how they would use their mobile phones in the classroom. Their responses indicated that their primary uses were for conducting research and for utilizing educational apps. Pre-service teachers also identified Google Tools, Kahoot, recording videos and audio as primary school-related uses of mobile phones, and that they were more appropriate for middle and high school students. In order to determine if school-related policy on mobile phone usage had any influence on pre-service teachers' perceptions on mobile phone use in schools, participants were asked to indicate the type of mobile phone policy at their school. Categories included not allowed, allowed but must be off, used before or after school, used before or after school, during changes and at lunch, or used for instructional purposes throughout the day. The largest number of respondents indicated that they were allowed to use their phones for instructional purposes throughout the day while at school. The fewest number of respondents indicated that they were not allowed to use their phones at all while at school. For the purpose of testing whether the school policy correlated with participants' perceptions on allowing mobile phones to be used in the classroom, a Pearson correlation coefficient was calculated. The Pearson correlation coefficient did reveal a small correlation between the candidates' school policy and their response as it related to their support of mobile phone use in the classroom. When asked about banning mobile phones from schools, the majority of respondents cited the inability to manage students' use and the resulting distraction mobile phones caused in the classroom. And this included their personal experience as their primary concern and reason why mobile phones should not be allowed in the classroom. Additional concerns included security, cyberbullying, and student addiction to mobile phones. Participants were also asked to indicate why they supported the use of mobile phones in schools. Citing professional and personal experiences, pre-service teachers noted the ability of mobile phones to support student engagement, overcome barriers like lack of access to technology, and allow parents the ability to contact their children. It should be noted that, again, pre-service teachers stated that mobile phones were more appropriate for middle and high schools and not elementary schools. When asked if they used their mobile phones for school-related work, 89% of respondents indicated that they did. How do they use their mobile phones? Pre-service teachers identified access to the internet, use of educational applications or apps, use of their calculator, use of their calendar, and watching videos as the 5 most beneficial applications for classroom usage.
As far as the implications of our study, more than half of the participants support using mobile phones in their classrooms. Several factors contributed to their perceptions, including access to mobile phones and online content, growth in instructional applications, and evolving school policies. But school districts and school administrators will need to see the benefits of integrating this technology as an instructional tool. Additional studies are required to determine the perceptions of school administrators. Age of the teachers is another factor, and the findings indicate a slight correlation between age and perception. Older participants disagree more with the uses of mobile phones than the younger participants. However, further studies will need to be conducted to determine if this trend will continue. The results of the study can serve as a guide for faculty in educational technology. Teacher education programs need to provide training in how to use mobile phones for collaboration, engagement, motivation, and achievement. The results of the study can benefit educators and encourage them to incorporate mobile phones in both their curriculum and their instruction.